welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building a mid-century modern, a one-story house for a family of 4. So this house has room for 2 parents, 1 teen, and 1 kid. It's built on a 30 by 20 in Oasis Springs, and it is just 1 story. So it's the kind of house that I know you guys prefer for gameplay when you play with families and stuff. And I fully get that. I fully get that. The house is inspired by a picture that I found on an online archive where they have these. I talked about this in one of my last videos. I can't remember which video it was though, but I've been doing a lot of I want to call it research for builds, basically, because that's kind of what it is. So I either do that on Pinterest, sometimes I go on Google, sometimes it's real estate websites, but lately I've been checking out this archive online where they have scanned in a lot of older magazines, both with house plans, but also all these other build details and stuff. I get the point of it, by the way. I know what it is. I just didn't know that the archive existed until very recently. And it's a lot of fun to check it out. It's a lot of fun to... It's linked on one of my older videos, from last week. So if you wanna... It's on one of those. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly which video it is. But it's been a lot of fun to check out. And this one is another house that I found in one of those magazines. I think it's again from 1952 because most of the houses that I ended up saving were from that year, specifically that year. I think I just picked out one year and then I saw how many magazines they had from 1952, and it took me an hour or 2 hours or something to go through as many of them as I could. So I just saved a lot of houses, a lot of house plans from 1952, and I'm really enjoying building some of them because they are so charming. Not saying that my houses are charming, but this is also I wouldn't say it's a full-on recreation because it's not, but nothing I do is ever a full-on, unless it's stated in the voiceover or in the title or whatever. They're never full-on recreations, but it's definitely close with this one. And the house in the pictures that I saw is just so charming. So I'm having a lot of fun with these floor plans, these very old floor plans. So this is authentically, I will say, with a few changes, those windows right there, for example, and also the color scheme for the exterior and the landscaping, but authentically 1952, a true mid-century modern house. This is as mid-century modern as it can get, you know? So I have some plans for this week because I do want to do a theme week. I've just not been able to get this video up because of finger pain, but it feels okay today, so I'm gonna build something tonight. But if it might be I might just do 3 videos for the theme week or 2 instead of a full-on 4. I don't know. I'm taking care of myself, so don't worry about it. I know that some of you are going to say, just take the week off or whatever. First of all, I don't know what to do with a full week off. I don't do that ever. I don't know. I don't know. I can't do it. So, but I will probably try to, because I've been having some finger problems lately. I don't know. It's been for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been coming and going a little bit. And I basically had to, this video was supposed to go up Sunday for last week so that we could just do the theme week this week, but I ended up having quite a lot of pain in my fingers after building the last house that went up Saturday. So I decided I wanted to try and build this, but I couldn't finish it, and Sunday before upload time as well, I couldn't finish it either. So now it's Tuesday. Yeah, I've just been taking yesterday to work on the other channel and catching up on editing and stuff, but yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Don't worry about me though. I know when I need to say stop and just put the things aside, so take a break and everything, but I'm gonna have to keep it in mind for future videos, I think, and for future build themes and stuff. I can't do 4 big builds in 1 week, for example. With tiny houses that week it was fine, but I suppose it's also because tiny houses don't take 8 hours to build or something. This actually took a surprising amount of time to build, which is also why the video is 24 minutes long, but I don't know exactly why, because it's a 1 story. It's only a 30 by 20, so why did it take so long to build? But yeah, speaking of theme weeks, I do have one planned. This is technically not a part of the theme week, but I don't know. No, nah. I don't think it is. But if you have some suggestions for future theme weeks that you'd like to see here on the channel, let me know in the comments. I have a few planned throughout December, and I think I have one planned in January too so far, but I'm kind of trying not to plan too much in January already because we're going to talk about that when we get to January. But that sounded so ominous. let's just move on from that. It's fine. But yeah, if you got any theme weeks that you'd like to see up on the channel, let me know in the comments. I have gotten like houses inspired by countries suggested a couple of times, but it's one of those that I don't think I would dare do simply because whenever, even if I've built something inspired by Denmark, like I'm from Denmark, like I grew up here, I'm born here, you know, I'm fully Danish. I got some comments from other Danes saying that it was incorrect, and I'm like, the house is literally inspired by one of my old classmates' houses. Like, stop. So people just, as soon as, not people, but there are a few individuals out there that as soon as they see a country inspired by their own country, or what did I just say? A house inspired by their own country, there you go. And it doesn't fully represent a picture that they have in their head of this house. It's automatically incorrect, even though, like, houses are also different depending on where you are in that country. Like, I've built an Italian house that was inspired by a North Italian house before, but that doesn't mean that you'd see that kind of house in South Italy, you know? So to kind of avoid or try to avoid me getting these kinds of comments from left and right, you guys are lovely, don't worry about you, but you do get a few now and then that are just like, this is so incorrect. So to save me from those kinds of comments, I don't think I'm gonna do one, like a theme like that, just to spare me. Okay, I hope that's understandable. I shouldn't be faced by those kind of comments, but it's a little bit like, when I even get them on Danish builds, I'm like, that's kind of unfair. I think I actually specifically remember one, and you guys are going to find this funny. So, okay, hear me out before we continue talking about the actual build that we're building today. I remember building a Danish house. It's the house that I mentioned before that was inspired by a classmate's house, and like, I remember the layout of their rooms and such in their house, so it was like very much inspired by their house. And in one of the bedrooms, I think it was in the teens' bedroom, I'd placed the bed in the middle of the room, so like you could access the bed from both sides instead of it being like against the wall, if you get what I mean. And I remember one of the comments was like, this is so incorrect. Nobody in Denmark would ever decorate their bedroom like that. Nobody places their bed in the middle of the room. And I'm like, my bed is in the middle of the bedroom. It was when I was a teenager too. My classmate's old bedroom, hers was in the middle of the room. What are you talking about? Like, it's just stuff like that, you know? So anyway, see, I'm laughing about it because I thought it was funny. But it's just like little things like that. So I don't think that's gonna be a thing. Also because there's so many countries, like, I could build for 2 years or something like that, and I still wouldn't have covered all the countries in the world. So it's just a lot. It's a lot to go through. But anything else, let me know. Just not Victorian houses. Do not even think about it. I know some of you are going to do it. Do not start writing Victorian houses. No. So anyway, talking about the house, we are decorating. All right, I went with somewhat an open concept for the living room, kitchen, and also dining room. Yes, you do walk into the kitchen. That is just, I decided to go with that. I know some of you are gonna hate it, but I'm Danish, leave me be. But other than that, it's a bit of an open concept, just a little bit. I like this, like, it's not a full-on archway leading to the living room. It's kind of open, but still closed off, just sort of, so that the TV noise doesn't necessarily make a lot of noise in the kitchen, for example, or if someone's cooking in the kitchen or cleaning, doing the dishes or anything, it doesn't make a lot of noise in the living room. You get the idea. But it's just nice, and like, I think this is also at least a Danish thing. A lot of newer houses are built with a very open concept because you spend a lot of time in either the kitchen or the living room if you have like a family living together, for example, or if you're just two people. It's just nice that you're not split up, so like one person is in the kitchen cooking for the day and the other one is, I don't know, watching something on the TV or preparing for dinner or whatever. It's nice that everything's just kind of open. You can still talk to each other even though you're technically in different areas of the house. So I definitely stick to open concepts a little bit more than the other one, and I think for one story, especially mid-century modern houses, it's so fitting to go with this open floor plan concept, open concept. I don't know, it's called open floor plan, but I've also seen people call it open concept, so I'm gonna do both. I don't actually know if the Sims can even multitask in that way. Like, can they talk together across rooms? While one is cooking and the other one is watching something on TV. Is that possible? I don't know, but for realism's sake, I'm gonna go with it. So yeah, this is the parents' bedroom, trying to fit it with the color scheme that we're going for in the rest of the house. Also, or although just a little bit changed, I really desperately want like a proper window seat. I know we have the ones from Cats and Dogs that are the base seats, but it's not often that I actually build that kind of shape into a house so that I can actually use the base seats. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's got something to do with the roofing, essentially. The roofing is always super awkward, and then it like digs into the rest of the house and stuff, and it just kind of, it's not, I wouldn't say glitchy, it's a little bit annoying, if you will. So I don't often actually build these kinds of like hectagons so that I can use the base seats. So I want just like a regular ottoman shaped like a window seat with some pillows, make it super cozy. We can pretend like they can sit up there, sort of like a lounge chair situation, but in the windowsill and just sit there and read or something. That sounds like a good time to me. I really want that, so I was trying to recreate that with a couple of ottomans. No, it's not functional. You cannot sit there, but there's also no bookcase in the parents' bedroom, I don't think. So they'd probably end up sitting in the living room anyway. So in this house, the window seat is just for show. It's not functional. It is literally just, okay, I'm just gonna say it's literally just aesthetics, okay? That's all it is. This is the teens room. As soon as I started decorating the teens room, I was like, I want them to be a bookworm, but I also want them to be like 5 other things. So they have a lot of hobbies. They like to work out, but they also love to read. They have a cute little computer set up, and I forgot all the clutter that I placed on that windowsill right there. I forgot what it is, but we'll see it in a second. They just like a lot of things. They're one of those teens that just has a lot of hobbies. They like to keep active. They like to do a million different things, and good for them. You know, it's good to have hobbies. But I just had this feeling like I needed to include a lot of bookcases in this room, and that is why basically one wall is almost only bookcases. I still think we need more horizontal bookcases because we really don't have a lot of them, and we need some lower ones that we can place underneath windows as well, because like for example these windows right here from Snowy Escape, they would be so perfect, or it would be so perfect if we had some, you know, calyx from IKEA. I'm sure there's like a handful of you that know exactly the kind of shelving unit that I'm talking about. The, you know, the cubes basically. You can get in both like single rows, like 4 cubes in one shelf, but you can also get them with 2 rows. You can also get them with 4 rows. I've had them in my background before. I know that several other YouTubers have them in their backgrounds, but I got the Billy bookcases now instead because I have a lot of books, so they don't fit on a calyx shelving unit. But the single unit with just like 1 row and then 4 cubes, that would be so perfect underneath these windows. I would love for there to be more horizontal bookcases in The Sims so that we could place them underneath windows and then in different heights. Like, this is great, but I still had to size this down because it was clipping with the window. It was kind of like covering the window a little bit, so I still had to size down the bookcase a little bit. It would be nice to have more. This is the kids' bedroom. I actually like how this turned out. It's a very narrow bedroom, but for some reason it doesn't feel as cramped together as some of my other 3x4s have before. I think it's because I ended up placing the desk like sort of in this little, you know, you can see right there. I don't know what that's called, but it's kind of, the chair isn't taking up a lot of space in the rest of the room because the desk is sort of inside the wall. It's not, but I don't know how else to say. So that's what I'm gonna go with. But because of that, because the chair isn't literally in the middle of the room, it just opens up the room a little bit more and leaves a lot more space, free space in the middle of the room. So, which is good for a kid because they're supposed to play with toys and stuff, and it's not really easy to do if there's a lot of furniture in the way crammed together in your room because the creator of the house doesn't know how to make decently sized bedrooms. I apologize. Anyway, this is fine. It's like slightly like a broom closet. I actually think my bedroom when I was a teenager, before I moved into the basement of my childhood home, because yeah, it's fine. There was a whole situation. It was a half basement. It had windows. We're all good. There was a lot of spiders, so didn't like that. But there were a lot of spiders in the whole house. So ew. And also, ugh. But my bedroom on the second floor at the time was basically that size, like super small. Plus, it had a slanted roof as well. And if you guys need to know anything about me, first of all, I'm scared of spiders, but I'm also 5'11". So, and I've been 5'11" since I was 13. So slanted roofs, not really my thing. And let's just say I hit my head a lot while I lived in that bedroom, like while that was my bedroom. It was terrible. So like, it's actually quite a luxurious size for that child's bedroom. They have a lot of space in there. No slanted roof, you know? You're probably sitting there thinking, well, this explains a lot about Rosa. Yeah, her hitting her head in her old bedroom when she lived in a broom closet basically with a slanted roof. My parents were fine, okay? We're all good. I actually really liked that room. It also had like a window on the roof, which when it was raining, it would make, because you know that sound, oh, it's so good. It's such a good sound. Rain hitting window, it's so nice, so calming. So I love that, just not in the middle of the night because then it will keep me awake because I can't sleep. I just in general can't sleep, so that just made it worse. But I love that sound. At any other time, I love that sound. So I'm gonna be straight up honest about this landscaping. I was about to have a meltdown because I did not know what to do. It's like a general thing with Oasis Springs. I just struggle because I want it to be cacti. I want there to be a lot of cacti and succulents, and then I look around and it's like flowers, and there's a little bit of sand over there, and there's like a mix of trees, but also palm trees, and you know, like normal, or not normal trees. Normal for me trees, because we don't have palm trees here. You know, like, you know, those trees and then palm trees. And I'm like, how does this work in reality? I don't know. This landscaping is so foreign to me. I can't fathom that there's actually cacti growing in this. I understand how. It's fine. It's climate. But you don't have to explain it to me. But it makes it a little bit difficult for me to do this kind of landscaping. So I was about to have a full-on meltdown. I figured it out. Everything's good now, but it did take me a while to get there. Like, I didn't know if I wanted it to be sort of randomly placed or if I wanted these sort of framed up areas. These days I hate using fencing for those areas, so I decided to use these tiles that I think are for fountains actually, but I don't ever touch the fountain tool, so I always use the tiles for something else, such as landscaping. So that's basically what I ended up going for. I do make some adjustments with the areas that I'm doing landscaping, that I'm placing foliage down in. You get what I mean? I don't know how to phrase that, but I do make some adjustments to that later on, so it looks a little bit different than what it looks like now. It got a little bit too shapeless, the backyard, for some reason. Like, I wasn't really vibing with it. There was something off about it. Also, the tiles inside the yard doesn't actually line up with the tiles outside the yard, and it was just bothering me in different ways. So I do make some adjustments to it later on, but that also took some time because I had to move all these tiles. Everything's good though. So in the end, they end up with a pool, because if there's anything you need in Oasis Springs, the land of the desert, it's a pool that you can just lie and chill in. But then also they have the sort of like a dining area on the back porch, and they have a lounge area as well, with a couple of lounge chairs as well, actually right there, because, you know, they're by the pool, so it fits. But other than that, not a whole lot going on in this backyard. I really wanted to do something fancy with it. I think I might have cut it out, but as it turns out, I'm getting more and more annoyed that you can't place, what's it called, pools on platforms. Like, you could do so many fun things with backyards if you could just place pools on platforms, but you can't do that. And it's bothering me so much. I know that you can on foundations, but you can't line up a platform with a foundation. So that's the whole thing as well. Like, it's there's a whole puzzle. I don't like it. I just want it to be possible to place a pool on a platform, and then we could have some fun with that. But that's just not how the world works right now. So unfortunately, this is what I got for you. I do like the backyard though. I just sound like I'm majorly distant, but I'm okay with this backyard. It's not my favorite one, but it's not my least favorite one either. I'm pretty sure I've done worse backyards before. I've built a lot of houses. I've done a lot of really bad builds as well. So actually, would you like to see me roast some of my builds? Because I could do that. I do that basically. I feel like I somewhat roast all my builds when I do voiceovers. So we could easily roast, like, go through, I don't know, 5 and just, I could tell you everything that's wrong about them because, oh, trust me. I'm ready for that, okay? I would be so ready for that. This voiceover has been all over the place, but also I kind of don't have, I've gotten to the point where I'm overtired, so like I have energy again, but it's like hyper energy because I haven't slept. And then on top of that, I went to yoga yesterday, and it's the first time I've worked out in like 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, not sugarcoating it. It's the first time in 2 years, and I can't move today. So I've just sat down, I've not spent any energy, and it all came out in this voiceover. So I apologize that I had to put you guys through that. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you are wondering about the pastel Danish apartment, I will be uploading it. I just need a moment to do it, and also no finger paint. Paint? What? Finger paint? Did I say finger paint earlier? That wouldn't surprise me. It's fine. I'm gonna leave it in. I'm not gonna go back and change it. It's fine. You guys get what I mean anyway. I'm gonna fix it when I got a moment. Things are just a little bit hectic right now. I have some things to do, and I also have something I need to clean out tomorrow and stuff. So it's the whole thing right now, but I will be on it. I will let you guys know over on the community tab and also on Twitter. If you don't follow me over there, by the way, my tag is Aveline Sims, I think still. Or is it AvelineYT? I think it's Aveline Sims. So you can stay updated there regarding the apartment and everything else as well, actually. If you don't follow me already, just go follow me. It's fine. I don't rant a lot over there, just a little bit now and then. It's fine. It's a hectic place as well these days. It's, I would say it's entertaining, but it's also a little bit scary. So, but I will keep you guys posted regarding the apartment. As for this one, though, if you like it, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT, and as always, the trade files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. And you can also find a link to my booktube in the pinned comment, so if you like to read, you're a book nerd, and you want to watch videos about books, then check out my booktube channel. And I think that's about it for today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!